Question number second. A positive number is 5 times another number. If 21 is added to both the numbers, then one of the new numbers becomes twice the other new number. What are the numbers? Let's try to understand the first statement. It says a positive number. One thing is very clear. One of the number is positive. That is equal to 5 times another number. So if you observe, this positive number is given in terms of another number. So it is better practice to consider our variable as another number. So we are solving this question. So we wrote let another number equals to a, and we took small letter a because it represents another alphabet, comma, also positive number is. So we wrote positive number is in mathematics means equal to 5 times another number. So we wrote 5 times another number. Now we will try to write this equation in terms of mathematics. 5 times as it is, and we have assumed another number to be small letter a. So we wrote 5 times a. We can further reduce it mathematical equation. Therefore, this is the sign of therefore in mathematics. Positive number equals to 5a. Times simply means multiplication, and we need not to write multiplication in between a variable and its coefficient. So this all we have deduced from the first statement only. So to concatenate, what we have found from solving this first statement is this. So we wrote hence another number equals to a that we have assumed, and positive number equals 5a, which we have deduced from first part of the statement. Also, it is a common sense. If we have one number as a and another number is 5 times a, it means this number would be greater. Therefore, we wrote greater. For an instance, if we have 5 as our a, then 5 5s are 25. Obviously, 25 is greater than 5. So bear in mind that positive number which we have expressed in terms of a is a greater number. This will be helpful further in the question. Let's move further in the question. If 21 is added to both the numbers, what are both the numbers? So these are both numbers, that is another number and positive number, and we have to add 21 individually to these numbers. So we showed the same in this box. So if 21 is added to another number, what is another number? It is a. So we wrote a, and we are going to add 21 to it. So we wrote a plus 21. Similarly, if 21 is added to a positive number, what is a positive number? It is 5 times a. So we wrote 5 times a plus 21. So we have done this second part of this statement. Now let's move further. It says then one of the new numbers becomes twice the other new number. So these are two new numbers which we have, that is a plus 21 and 5a plus 21. Again, keep in mind we are adding 21 to it. That is, we are adding 21 to both the numbers. Again, this side, that is this positive number, would be greater because we are increasing both of their values with the same number. Now we would write this statement in terms of mathematics. It says then one of the new numbers becomes twice, that is 2 times the other new number. So here comes the important role of understanding which one of them is greater. Prior diving further, it is important to understand one concept which we are going to show you now. Consider we have 2 apples. One apple is twice the weight of another apple. For an instance, if this small apple weighs 100 grams, this bigger apple weighs 200 grams. Here we have a beam balance. If you try to put these 2 apples on a beam balance, that is on left hand side and right hand side, then it is obvious. Left hand side having bigger apple would go downwards due to its heavy weight. That is, it is double of this smaller apple. So what could be done in order to balance this beam balance? So if we take 2 apples of smaller weight, then we would be able to balance, because this was of 200 grams, this individual will be 100 plus 100 grams. So 200 on left hand would weigh 100 plus 100 on right hand side. This would make our beam balance equal. Hence, with this concept, we would dive further in the question. So one of the new numbers becomes twice the other new number. It simply means that this greater number is becoming twice than this another number. So how we could write in terms of equation? If we take this smaller number and multiply it with 2, now you understand why we multiplied this number with 2. Why not this bigger number? That would be equal to this greater number, that is 5a plus 21. Because equation ultimately means that left hand side should be equal to right hand side. Therefore, we multiplied 2 with the smaller number because bigger number is becoming twice than the other number. So with this logic, we try to solve our question. And the last part of the question says, what are the numbers? So we have deduced our equation. This is our final equation, that is 2 is getting multiplied with a plus 21 equals to 5a plus 21. And now you have understood very well why we are multiplying 2 with this smaller number, with this concept in mind. So if you observe mathematics with practical approach, you will never go wrong and questions would become easier to solve. It's a good idea to visualize your question and then move forward with your understanding. So now it is a matter to solve this equation. First of all, let's open this bracket. 2 is getting multiplied with both these terms. So 2 into a is 2a, plus we have 2 into 21 is 42. It is simple. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, therefore 42 came. This right hand side as it is, that is equal to 5a plus 21. Now let's transpose, that is let's separate coefficient and variables to either side. So on left hand side 42 as it is, let's transpose this positive 21 towards left hand side. Here on right hand side it is positive. While transposing we have to make it negative, therefore minus 21 came. Equal to as it is, 5a was there on right hand side, so we wrote the same, and transposing this positive 2a towards right hand side, it will become minus 2a. We have separated our variables and coefficients, this time variables on right hand side and our constants on left hand side. 42 minus 21 is simple, it is 21, equals to 5a minus 2a is again simple, it is 3a. Cancelling opportunity in the numerator, 1 3s are 3, 7 3s are 21, so we wrote the same, 7 on left hand side, 1 on right hand side. With this we have separated our variable, that is we are left with single variable a and its value came out as 7. And what we have assumed a for? It was for another number. So we have found one number, therefore we write another number which we have assumed as a, its value came as 7. Now what would be positive number? It was greater, and by how much times? It was 5 times that of a. So simply multiply 7 by 5, it gives you 35, and that is your positive number or another number. With this we have found the solution of our question, that is what are the numbers. So we have two numbers as 7 and 35. So you see how easy it became by breaking this whole statement into chunks and understanding it in a practical way. So if you find yourself puzzled while solving such type of questions of linear equations in one variable, always try to visualize and break the statement in chunks. With this, our question number 2 is completed.